glow. Keep right over to the side. You might see me out on the highway at any time, night or day. Here from Alice Springs through to the Kimberleys, king of the big road trains. Well, they call me king of the road trains. I've got the cab and the truck as my throne. I was raised on the smell of diesel fumes, and the highway is my home. We're the lifeblood of the top end in a tough and lonely game. You're in the land of the big sky country. They call me king of the big road trains.
Andrews Drive? Easy. One that's insured with USAA.
Members who switch saved an average of $725 annually on auto insurance. Get a quote today at usaa.com/auto.
Ah, smart water. Now in a sleek can.
This feels cool, literally.
Perfect for social gatherings and on the go.
Should I start wearing turtlenecks?
One sip at a time, friend. Smart water cans. For those with a taste for taste. Get yours today.
During Memorial Day savings, the Home Depot wants to help you get your projects done so you can get outside and enjoy the summer. And there's just 2 days left to save. Plan ahead for the perfect patio weather with the stylish new Hampton-Baked Linridge Falls 7-piece outdoor dining set with 6 rust-resistant padded swing chairs and a durable slat-top table. Now on special buy for just $499 was $689. Get started on your summer projects with Memorial Day savings at the Home Depot, happening now.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy, I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas. The softest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that give back. One purchased equals one donated. Now go to bombas.com/Spotify and use code Spotify for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Spotify and use code Spotify at checkout.
Most of my life I've been driving big rigs interstate. Out on the highway, a week at a time. It's not the life most men could take. But it's hard for that someone who's waiting for you back at home. A life can get lonely for the one who waits, and a man spends his life on the road. I've got somebody who waits at the end of the line. She never complains about the life that I lead, has been close to complaining many times. She understands that the road is a part of me now. Thought about changing jobs, mate, but what could I do? I'm too old to change anyhow. Well, she smells like roses and I smell like old diesel fumes. I'm a rough and kept diamond, but she's like a flower in bloom. Sometimes I look back and I wonder why she stayed so true. She smells like roses and I smell like old diesel fumes. Been chasing that white line more years than I care to recall. Been through some good times, been through some bad. That's part of life after all. But it's always the love of a woman that makes it worthwhile. Well, I've got somebody who's given her all, and she waits at the end of the line. Well, she smells like roses and I smell like old diesel fumes. I'm a rough and kept diamond, while she's like a flower in bloom. Sometimes I look back and I wonder why she stayed so true. 'Cause she smells like roses and I smell